This is Egon Spengler, clone number 27. I'll come to you live with another reaction video. Tom MacDonald just dropped a brand new one, and it is probably going to be a banger. It's called "The Devil is a Democrat." I have so many things to say about this, but you know what? Let's go ahead and have Tom sing, and I'll chime in. You know I will. I can't. Let's just say it this way. I have no problem starting to talk. It's a real problem to try to shut me up. Only my wife knows how to do that. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started.
The propaganda is on every channel. They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. Put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle. And they want anyone who's fighting to be dead and canceled. They want rainbows in the classrooms and 15 different bathrooms and white guys that hate black dudes. They want war, they don't want peace. They want fentanyl in our streets. They want borders to be weak. I swear the devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. Like the truth is just too hard to handle.
All right. So I just went back a whole heck of a bunch, and you know what? I'm actually okay with that. He's being pretty much facts. You know, he's very strong in what he says, and I'm all for it because, let's face it, the Democratic Party and individuals who align themselves with that, a lot of them have a very strong vernacular. They are constantly abrasive, I guess is the best word for it, and it's getting annoying. It's getting tiresome. Back in the day when I was younger, the first ever election I ever remembered was, I think, Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. I only knew Jimmy Carter. I was like 8 at the time, and so because I knew who Jimmy Carter was and I didn't know who Ronald Reagan was, I was rooting for Jimmy Carter. Well, you all know the outcome. Ronald Reagan crushed him. And one of the things I was taught is you can choose whichever side, but at the end of the election, you need to actually go ahead and give respect to the one who won because of the fact that they were elected by due process by the American people from coast to coast, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that being said, I ended up learning very quickly, always respect the person who is in office, despite my beliefs and my differences, because that is the will of the people. Lately, that has been less of I don't think it's even guidelines anymore. Everyone gets cranky, everyone gets butthurt, and this is where Tom MacDonald is like jumping in, and he's like, look, because of the fact that things are so polarized, I mean, let's face it, the political climate is bipolar at this point, and it's either one or the other. Never the twain shall meet. One side is very much more tolerant than the other, and it's not the one who pounds the chest the hardest in order to try to get that point across. And I can see why Tom has decided to make this song in the way he does. So, one more time, you know what, I'm going to go right from the beginning, and let's jump right back into it.
The propaganda is on every channel. They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. Put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle. And they want anyone who's fighting to be dead and canceled. They want...
It's interesting you brought up Antifa. I'm going to stop a lot because he says a lot, and so there's no apology here. If you wanted to see the song, definitely be sure to go to Tom MacDonald's channel because his channel has a lot of amazing work. He is an artist through and through, and I really appreciate him. Antifa has finally been labeled a terrorist group. Hate to tell you, if you follow the money trail, They're professional protesters infused within Antifa. And if you follow the money, as I said 2 sentences ago, guess where it's coming from? That's right, it's from the Democrats. We had a individual speaking in front of the government hall in the state that I live in. I'm not going to say it because, yeah, it's right now. It's embarrassing to live in the state I live in. It is. You can do some research. I'll give you a hint. It is the worst state in the union right now to live in. Highest unemployment rate, most number of illegals. What other hints will I give you? Let's see. The taxes are through the roof, and yeah, I think you can figure it out from there. Just saying. Long story short, Antifa was brought in, broke it up. Someone who was conservative was not even allowed to talk. They did stuff towards the police, and the police were not allowed to do it, even barely allowed to defend themselves, if you will. Meanwhile, about 2 to 3 months later, Antifa was labeled as a terrorist organization. I have no love for anyone who even is a part of Antifa, and Tom MacDonald pointing that out is absolutely excellent. And the fact that it's in the same song as The Devil is a Democrat, he followed where the money is.
Rainbows in the classrooms and 15 different bathrooms and white guys that hate black dudes. They want war, they don't want peace. They want fentanyl in our streets. They want borders to be weak. I swear the devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different. They get celebrities to do they talking. They get mansions while they cram us all into apartments. Tell us it's cool to stay in school and then make you retarded. If you ain't liberal, then they treat you like you human garbage. If you speak up, then you a target.
The fact that he said they live in mansions while they shove us into apartments, the whole concept is absolutely interesting as well. Think about it. Right now there's a air quotes housing crisis. No, it isn't a housing crisis. It was fabricated by big business. Oh, I don't know, BlackRock. There is no way I and my family can compete against companies as big as BlackRock to purchase a single family home. One of the things that should drop as a law, no company should be allowed to buy more than one single-family house. Should not. Absolutely should not. And if they do have more than one, they have less than 30 days to do it, or they get taxed like crazy, like 25% of the value of the house per month. It's absolutely insane how they're artificially driving up the housing costs. Gee, I wonder why the newer generations are like absolutely ripshit mad because of the fact that they cannot do the American dream. It's impossible. And it's companies like that. And yes, they are doing just that. Meanwhile, and it's not just Democrats, but Republicans as well in the Senate. I'm glad they finally said no trading of stock. Now let's see if they actually abide by that, where they were making crap tons of money. Nancy Pelosi, you belong in jail. Just saying. Anyways, moving on.
They want their voice through an amplifier. Violence and our flag on fire. No voter ID required. They want war, they don't want peace. They want defund the police. They want you surrounded by screens. The devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it, we ain't switching. Y'all are tripping, I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat, that's a fact, that's the truth. Look how bad that it gets when it's blue. The devil is a Democrat, that's a rap, it ain't news. And the way they treat America is proof. I swear the devil lives in California, $100 bills. He knows everyone in Hollywood and parties in the hills. Give you everything you ever wanted, plus a couple mil for your soul and your vote. It's a deal. Cause the devil is a Democrat, and we don't play that. They say that they love America, we know it ain't that.
Okay, it's in the hook. I gotta address it. Long story short, they say that they love America, but their actions speak volumes otherwise. They do not like America. They do not want America to be as one. Honestly, one of the things that need to happen, and Trump is trying to do it, but he has his own stigmata that is surrounding him, and so I think he's doing a good job. Is he making mistakes? Yes, but last time I checked, every one of us who are watching this video make mistakes too. We've got to give some. We got to keep them accountable. Absolutely, but at the same time, it's the old adage: whoever has no sin, throw the first stone. We should keep them accountable, but don't throw stones, because there's going to be 5 going your way if you're not careful, because of the fact every one of us screws up. Every single one of us screws up. So, again, the proof is in the pudding as far as the Democrats do not want America to function. We need a president, we need a Senate, we need a judicial system that is going to do right by America as a whole, not bipartisans, not special interest groups, not individuals who, how do I even explain this, are like constantly in Senator's face trying to buy favors and things like that. I'll leave it at that level. Anyways, let's finish the song.
And we ain't with it, we ain't switching. Y'all are tripping, I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat, and we don't play that. They say that they love America, we know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat, and we ain't with it, we ain't switching. Y'all are tripping, I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat.
Okay, so if you haven't figured it out, I'm kind of passionate. I'm wearing my Proud to be American t-shirt by accident. Didn't realize I was going to actually react to this song, but I saw it when I was looking at the different songs and artists that I was looking at possibly reacting to. This one jumped out at me. Again, all this is my opinion, and you can take it or leave it. Don't worry about it. Long story short, you may have a very difference of opinion. If you're going to say something in the comments, try to keep it on the high road. I have no problem. You can say, Egon, I know where you're coming from. However, I don't see it this way, and you might be able to bring something to the table. Just don't resort to name calling, because, I mean, last time I checked, I'm not in grade school. Just saying. But I am one of those people that have no problem listening to legitimate, reasonable arguments and say, hey, you said this, but do you realize this, this, and this? If you have some really good points and they're, factual, I have no problem listening. We may still disagree, but hey, at the end of the day, that's what is great about America. We're allowed to do that. That's why we started America. That's why we have, the Constitution and the amendments, is in order to be able to make this country an amazing place for people to live, to be able to banter back and forth and say, hey, don't agree with you, but we're still brothers and sisters as Americans. Let's call it a day. And, at the end of the day, the more you know the other's opinions and understandings, the wider your mind becomes and the more tolerant you become, but within the same regard, you may have even clearer understanding of what you truly believe in and be able to run with it. I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope that helps. This was definitely one of those songs that, that definitely fires me up. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, leave a like, definitely do the comments, no problem there, and subscribe to this channel. Have a great one. Egon Spengler, Clone number 27, wishing you the best.